This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of AI, the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we found out that Iris is alive? But how can that be? Bear's driving car. Well, it's just as silly as anything else going on in this game. Or strange, because, yeah, apparently we saved Iris in the dream that saved her for reals? So if you die in the game, you die for reals is not true? I don't know. So now that we know our brain's broken, we'll just have to figure out what the Shoko case, because remember we were trying to do something like that. We were trying to solve that mystery. So anyway, let's go the opposite way. I mean, we had to do all these eventually, but let's start with the warehouse and see if maybe we missed something there, or perhaps there was a hallucinogen in the thing, or I don't know. Perhaps everything with Iris was just prophetic, because apparently we can see in the future or something like that. With Iba in my left eye socket, I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed changed from last night, though. Well, let's see if we can find anything new. Now that we have Aba here, maybe she can shed some light on the situation.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves. There is nothing abnormal about them.
Have you ever seen a box before? It's pretty abnormal. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. No peanuts, unfortunately. I wish it were the case. Ooh, forklift.
A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use. It was likely just left here.
And why was So's dream about the warehouse? And because everything we saw in his dream was from this, from this place specifically. Oh, did I miss this the first time I was here? I think I did.
Hi, I'm Dramaimon.
Iba, the jokes, you've got to stop.
Is that like a Digimon joke, or a Pokemon joke, or a Doraemon joke, or an oil drum? It doesn't have magical pockets, though. No, I think I remember checking this out. But anyway, a forklift. The tires of the forklift on the ground they're on are clearly frozen. Oh yeah, they are. Huh, I didn't notice that before for some reason.
A switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
The crane on the ceiling. Nothing has changed.
The crane on the ceiling. The switchboard installed in the back of the warehouse.
You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m. At that time, lying on this workbench was
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time,
the corpse was gone.
It was 11:25 p.m. But the body could not have simply vanished. Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
According to the report, 10:30 p.m. After we finished syncing with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
Why did it take them so long?
Unknown. The report does not specify. Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Outside influence?
It seems grossly negligent on their part to take that long. People get fired over stuff like that, but yeah, maybe influence. Maybe So influenced them to take forever or something.
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
Maybe what we saw wasn't actually Iris. Maybe it was someone else, you know, that just looked like Iris or something. Though I doubt that. It's a workbench. There's nothing on it. Forklift B.
A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
You're very helpful in this place, Iba. It's just a normal forklift. Nothing here.
There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use.
It's used to store dead bodies. The storage space isn't in any use. Yeah, I think we might have seen
It's
everything.
a wooden box. There is nothing inside.
It could make something be inside. Empty wood box on the shelf. We searched the warehouse again, but we didn't find anything useful.
Nothing.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping. At this rate, they might find your body in here.
Yeah, if we get too cold, we will start sleeping with the fishes. Hey. Yeah, see if that probably done everything. Cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it. Okay. I guess that's it. So, alright, we'll leave. See, that didn't take too long. Alright, let's go to Lemnis Gate again and see Iris, I guess. Find out how she came back from the grave. Or, actually, like, where she's been. Because she did disappear for a while, you know. And we don't know we haven't got a chance to ask her about that, so.
I am so aggro right now.
Who says that?
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
I didn't make any promises.
You promised me a date, though.
I did go to your house.
2 minutes before midnight, and you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
Absolutely not.
Then you should have come earlier.
Well,
I'm almost regretting that she's alive now. Oh, just a bit. Anyway, let's look around again. Plant.
Date, look! It's a Terraphila camellifolia. Look! Yay! Yay! Go Terraphila camellifolia!
Iba gets awfully excited about insects. I was about to say, what's on there? It's got to be something because it's, you know, insects. Large window. A plant. Sofa.
I should lose some weight.
I didn't say so fat.
Yeah, I was about to say, what? I saying, what? It's a monitor. Nothing is displayed on it. So sad. Your dad. Lots of magazines in that rack. Special, how to make good soba. I'll bring that one home for later. Isn't soba a type of dessert? Lots of magazines in that rack. Rack. Whoops. High table.
It's a high table.
Date, I don't understand. You want me to say hi to this table?
That's not what I said.
Yeah, you butt out. We're not talking to you yet, Iris. It's a high table. Come on, get that stool. There are high stools around the table. At least it's not an actual stool. A vending machine full of drinks. A door. There's probably an office back there. One day. Promotional videos of the agency's talent are playing.
It's Shinsen-Chatran.
Who's that?
Shin-Chatran? I don't even know what that means. Shin-Chatran's video is playing. I guess it's another video. The company's logo. Lemnis Gate. Nothing up there. Plant. Oh, abstract painting. There's an abstract painting hung up here.
Like it? It's called Fisherman Shagging a Common Dandy.
Really? I don't see it. There's an abstract painting hung up. Yeah, abstract indeed. Sorry, that's a receptionist desk. I don't know why I stopped talking there for a second. It wasn't any specific reason, mind you. Hey, it's Big Tits McBoob Dream over here. There's a receptionist sitting behind the desk. Bahongajongs, you say. What's your type? Do you like tall, dark, and handsome?
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
I cannot even picture that.
And that's very specific. Although Australian bats are pretty cute, I'll admit. Well, depending on the type of breed anyway. I want to know your measurements. Tell me, because that's every Japanese female character, we have to know their measurements. It is vital.
I'm 5'4".
That is clearly not what you meant.
What does it go? Height, bust, and waist, or is it bust, height, waist, or something like that? I kind of don't understand the obsession with, like, at least when it comes to Japanese, like, manga and stuff like that, when it comes to, like, knowing a woman's measurements. I mean, is that really... I don't remember that really being a thing in Western society. I mean, I guess if people ask about a bust size, I guess that's close, but I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. It's the same with like knowing blood types, but I think there's something like I think there's supposed to be something historical about wanting to know people's blood types. I think it has something to do with luck or whatever. Anyway, can I have your contact information, please?
Why?
Well, because it may lead to something in the future.
I don't know.
Date, we're on an investigation.
Just let me have this.
She just seemed to be a bit of an airhead, but maybe that's just maybe that's a ploy, a trick.
That's enough. I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop.
Why are you cock blocking me, Iba?
I'm serious. I'm going to pop out.
Pop out? You're 5 years old. Please don't say words like that again. Iba flew out of my left eye and started dancing on the desk. The receptionist immediately fainted. Iris saw the whole thing and also fainted. And so my story ended. The end. But I couldn't let that happen, so I decided not to ask her for her information. Dang it, game, you almost got my hopes up. Anyway, I want to know where... Wait, why would that make... Oh, well, I guess because they've never seen it before. I want to know where Renju is.
I want to too. We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
Well, I mean, that happens when your boss doesn't show up, you know, to run your company, to run his company. How you doing, Iris? Iris is looking at me. Please stop looking at me. The FBI is like right around the corner, dude. Any closer, and it's 20 years for me, you know. I saw you. Wait, where's Renju?
What about him?
I don't need to hide it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
A traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any idea where he could have gone?
I'm sorry, no.
Well, what good are you? And then we shoot her just because it's Monday, no school.
It is Monday, but it's a holiday. No school today? Duh.
Oh, right. It's a holiday.
Did you forget to?
That's why I'm at Lemniscate today. We're going to do a recording session for a show soon.
You're never going to be famous outside of you online, right? You know that, right? Your dreams for what you want to become are worthless. Stop dreaming. No, I'm just, sorry. Well, why was your phone off yesterday?
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you.
What was the excuse? Oh yeah, about the late night visitor. Are we going to get the answers to that?
Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Yes.
All right then, Shovel Forge.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection. Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right? Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything.
Like I said before, folks, there's a level in the darkest depths of hell for people such as yourselves. Do you know So Sejima, the president? Politician? I don't know why I said president.
I've seen him on TV.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Well, cool, I guess. Thanks for that. I saw your body.
Iris, promise you won't laugh, but I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body. I told you not to laugh.
But, come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here. Look, I can jump around. Woohoo!
Stop, I'm serious. In my dream, I saved you from being killed. And here you are. Which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. I'm sorry. There's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing. I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
Another bizarre explanation.
Oh, I was waiting for something to happen. So, yeah, I just noticed. I was actually going to just start ignoring Iris and look at the receptionist just to be creepy like that. But then I just noticed the receptionist was actually listening to what she was saying and responding. So I was like, oh, okay. I forgot that sometimes the characters do that because they are technically still here. You don't have anything to say, right? Right? Huh, that actually looks good. Anyway. Alright, Iris, summarize it up for me.
So, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
For our date, of course.
Don't talk about dates because of, you know, that girl right there. I'm not going on any date.
Iris, you're too young for me. I can't be seen with you.
What?
Hey, what are you doing?
Everybody! This awful man! He...
Fine. I'll do whatever you want.
Really?
Yes.
Shovel Forge?
I will not.
So we'll go on a date then.
Yes.
Yay! It's a deal.
Damn it.
And you have to honor our agreement this time.
She really is a witch.
Oh, but we can't go right away. I have a recording coming up. I should be done by 3, though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it! So, Date, meet me back here at 3? If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious. Anyway, bye for now. Peace!
Iris smiled and strolled over to the studio.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
I think Ibo, you're right. She is similar to a witch, but I believe she's a word that rhymes with witch, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's go to the Sagan residence and see what's going on there. Since she's busy, we can maybe talk to the mother and see what maybe she has some information for us. Let's just tell her some creepy stuff, how we saw her daughter die and all that other stuff. Yeah, she'll still be nice to us after that, right? Won't find us creepy or strange.
I apologize for yesterday. I arrived uninvited.
No, I'm grateful. Thanks to you, Iizuka has her voice back.
No, I didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone has a problem with a hot lady coming by unannounced, as long as she's not carrying a weapon of mass destruction or something like that. It's cool with me. It's the front door. Actually, technically, I wouldn't be cool with it. I'm a very isolationist solo person. I enjoy my alone time. So, you know. Anyway, a clock. Shoebox. Are we gonna sniff it again? No? We didn't sniff the shoebox this time? I'm surprised, Date. You showed restraint. There's a calendar, a strange object on the shelf. Are we ever gonna know what that is? Eh, probably not. The world will never know. A wooden shelf. A bookshelf. There are no books on it, but it's definitely a bookshelf. Like a ski resort. No skiers. Bookshelf by the wall. The lamp. The lights are off. And so much more time to spare. Cupboard. There's a lot of dishes. Oh, nope. Alright, check that. Dining table. Microwave. Refrigerator. Is the elephant joke gonna come back?
Date, a riddle. A man-eating alligator lives in a river. There are no bridges or boats. How do you cross?
Well, let's see. You jump across?
Wrong. The solution is simple. You just swim across.
But what about the man-eating alligator?
He's at a convention out of town. He isn't in the river.
Those are bad riddles when you have to, like, you tell the information after the fact. I know it's supposed to be like a joke, or maybe she doesn't understand riddles, but those are poor riddles. But anyway, a refrigerator. Okay, so there wasn't anything about an elephant this time, but I didn't think they would go any further, but you never know. It's a kitchen counter. There's a door in the back of the room. The fan. A ceiling fan is spinning.
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes,
And who's on the right?
the man I was dating at the time. It was only for 3 months, but
I wonder what type of guy he was. Obviously not a good thing.
I met him about 6 years ago. Have you been to the Kume Shrine in the Minato district? I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan. Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the ground. He was bleeding badly from his stomach. I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes, then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go. Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
You took him to a mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
I wonder who that was.
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together. The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an amusement park. But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm. He had that cute side to him, and I was falling in love.
So your first kiss was one of your typical like movie thing where they they like pretend to make out to distract people. So I guess that's romantic. I don't know. I'm not a very romantic person in real life.
Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliche, I know, but we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse and kissed. I don't think we ever said I love you, but we both knew. We were getting closer and closer.
And then he ran off on you, right?
I introduced him to Iris about a month after I first met him. Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together. We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo, the amusement park. Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting.
But the good times lasted forever, right? He's like right behind that door, right? Nothing bad ever happened, right?
Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture. He wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate. It was ridiculous. He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head. Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too. Plop, plop. I added the bonito flakes and mayo and sauce. At this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic.
And then we went to Denny's afterwards because we ruined all the food.
But those days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November, a man with a gun broke into our house. Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time, but my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him, and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him. The bullet hit me, but the police arrived. They were both arrested and incarcerated.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime. I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why. but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
So that's why we had the prophetic dream about her in our Somnium, except it had already passed in that case. We just had a weird... I guess it's prophetic because we knew about her without actually seeing her. At least as far as we know anyway, but anyway.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true. I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she found out, Iris would find out too. I didn't want Iris to know.
Know what?
That I was dating a criminal. He was her father figure. Iris looked up to him. If she found out about his past...
Well, what's wrong with dating a criminal? You know, the whole point of the well, okay, in this case, the guy had never been incarcerated, so he hadn't been punished for his crimes. But if a person does the time, I think they should... I think it should be fine that they go back into society and date and all this other stuff. I don't know why you'd be ashamed of that, but... well, society is weird. There's a drawing on the wall. Iris drew it when she was 12. Oh, we're done with story time? Okay. I was about to say, is the guy still incarcerated, or... Hitomi is sitting on the sofa. Maybe he was put to death, I don't know. She didn't say, but I guess it's not her business. It doesn't have anything to do with this case, right? A telephone in the corner. A blooming winter iris. It's supposed to be the sign of good news and hope. Yes, we've heard it before. You can see the trees and skies outside. Oh, what a wonderful day, Kalu Kalay. There are some elementary school workbooks on the table, but looking closely, one in the middle is different. Yeah, we know that. How to handle a monster parent. Whoa. There are elementary workbooks and a self-help book on the table. Steam is rising from the tea. There's some tea on the coffee table. Oh, feet. Is she like when... Oh, did I already make that reference? I think I did, actually. Sometimes I forget what, like earlier in a recording or a batch of sessions, if I made the same joke or something. There are pineapples growing in the corner. That's what I thought anyway, but they were out. It was just a plant. Yeah, we can't trust your vision, Date. I thought you saw dead girls all over the place. We wished it was all true. A speaker system. Okay, no jokes about size or anything like that. Alright. I think that's it for that, unless I missed some random thing, but it's not a big deal. Oops. Alright, Hitomi. Let's learn about that beautiful beam footage. Hitomi is touching her right shoulder with the left hand, where she got shot. Do you have the day off?
Yes, today's a holiday. Iris isn't in school. She went to Lemniscate.
Yeah, I saw her earlier.
Is that so?
I assume that dialogue just doesn't come up if you didn't do that one first, so a simple case of the game adding your choices affecting things slightly, if not in a major way, then at least in a slight way. Makes it a bit more... I like when games do that, like if you do something in a certain order, or if you, in one playthrough, mention it, and then if you do it differently, it says something different, you know. It tells that they care about attention to detail. Where is Renju?
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday.
There's no point in hiding it. By the way, she says something different, but on the screen, which if you're watching, it said the same dialogue twice in a row for some reason. So that must have been a mess up on the translation part or something like that. There's no point in hiding it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Well, we didn't expect you to, but we thought we'd ask anyway. About Iris. She's crazy.
I've put Iris through so much. I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that. But Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy!" I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me.
Well, yeah, it's like another one of those weird taboos because she didn't have a husband when she was born, so you know they do the typical shaming of whatever. It's like, dude, people like doing it, you know. It's just sometimes there are consequences for that, and people don't get together afterwards, you know. It's just no reason to shame them for that, or no reason to give them the scarlet letter, if anyone knows what I'm referring to. What was I going to say other than that? Oh, well, I was going to mention about Hitomi. It's like, should we tell her about how her daughter's trying to, like, go on dates with us? Ew. We should really tell her. Maybe we could get her to knock it off. Anyway, what about your parents?
They died when I was 17. I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late. So I decided to stay here, by myself.
And take care of Iris.
Yes. All alone. But Renju would help sometimes.
Oh, well, at least Renju had a good side. I mean, it seems like he has a good side. It's just his whole situation with what's going on right now makes you question the man, if you think about it.
It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her. Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, there was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such. She loved singing and dancing. Even as a kid, whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers. And she did it at the show, too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course. I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit, but before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it. When it was over, she had the biggest smile on her face. Mama, you're a good dancer. That's the kind of girl she was.
And now she's trying to hit on older men. Man, you did a terrible parenting job. You know that, right?
Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start dancing. It almost got her into trouble once. She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing, but she lost her balance and fell. She fractured her leg pretty badly. It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care. I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. Will I still be able to dance, Mommy? Can I still dance? She cried and cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
Like when the one guy got incarcerated, maybe? That's probably it. She was a dancing machine. She was a fool for the dance. She heard the music, folks. Music! Dance to the music! Dance! Oh, this isn't very good dancing music. Alright, we'll dance later. What was the other time?
6 years ago, I was the victim of a shooting. After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die! Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
I swore to myself then that I would protect her, no matter what. Iris is everything to me, more important than my own life.
Oh, you haven't been doing a very good job with that. She almost died in our head. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. All right, summarize it for me, baby.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing. We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
But I want to reminisce with a MILF. Come on, Aiba. You're cock-blocking me again. Well, alright. Anyway, we've learned some information, though I don't know if it's really worth for the case itself, but it was nice to spend time with certain characters more than others. But what will we find out when we go to Marble or the Sagema residence? Find out next time in the next episode of AI, the Somnium Files. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.